right, group A and B, we are on art number 7. All right, and let's do a quick review. Who is the ultimate artist and creator? God is. And who did he create? Us to be what? Artists too. All right, what we have learned, in the process of learning the 6 elements of art. And which elements have we learned so far? We learned about color, all right? And then from color, we went on, remember, our apple project, which was value. And then from value, we dabbled a little bit in line. And now we're gonna work on our 4th element, which is shape. Okay, so for the line right here, it says shape. And in cursive, we're gonna go ahead and write is what gives form to things. I'll go ahead and post a little picture right now. Excellent job. All right, so shape is what? Shape is what gives form to things. Say with me, shape is what gives form to things. God created all things with shape. There are different types of shape. Did you know that there are different types of shape? Yeah, there is. And we're gonna find out right now. All right, so what is shape? Shape is what gives form to things. All right, so now we're gonna learn different types of shape. All right, so see it says shape right here. We have geometric shape, 3D shape, and natural shape. So do you know what geometric shape is? A geometric shape, we're gonna fill this line out right here, not the line. We're gonna fill this empty space right here. It looks like this. A geometric shape is a circle. It's a triangle. It's a square. It's, let's see, a rectangle. All right, these are all geometric shapes. They're flat shapes. It could also be a star. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and start drawing some 3D shapes. Can you think of any 3D shapes? 3D is 3-dimensional. So a 3D shape looks something like this. You have a square. And we're gonna draw another square inside. Just like that. And then we start connecting lines. This one can be a little bit pretty tricky to make. You might have to have your mom or your dad help you do this one. All right, what we can also do is make a 3D triangle. All right, just like that. And then we just connect the little lines. So a 3D shape is a shape that has form, all right? It almost looks like you can grab the little cube. It's not flat like this one right here, all right? All right, and next is a natural shape. And a natural shape is a shape that has a form that we don't really give it a name. So like a leaf, it would be under a natural shape, because why? It's not necessarily a circle, it's not a square, it just has its own form. All right, so you can draw maybe some different types of leaves here. What's something else that has a natural shape? Maybe, well, let's think natural. Is something natural a water bottle? Did the water bottle come from the ground? No, it's not natural. Natural has to be something that God made, not man-made. So a leaf, did man make leaf? No, God made a leaf, so it has a natural shape. All right, a tree has a natural shape. A bone, maybe. All right, like if you have a dog and they like to eat bones, a bone has a natural shape. What's something else that has a natural shape? Can you think of anything? A flower has a natural shape, all right? If the flower petals have a natural shape, depending on, there's all different types of flower petals. All right, you can draw a couple of flower petals. You can go ahead and look around outside and see if you see anything with a natural shape. All right, so we have a geometric shape, which is pretty much a flat shape. We have a 3D shape, which is a shape with form. And then we have a natural shape, which is a shape that is not man-made. It's made by who? By God, because God made the trees. He made our bones. He made the flower petals. All right, so now that we know a little bit about shape, and you should have this page filled out kind of like mine, we are gonna go ahead and start our art project. All right, so what is shape again? Shape is what gives form to things. All right, like we drew a couple little things on our page. now we're gonna start with our art project. Now, for our art project, it can be a little bit tricky, so you really have to follow along with me. We'll do it together, but right now we're gonna have a little practice run. If you don't want to practice run and you want to just jump to it, you can fast forward this part. If you really do want to have a practice run, go ahead and grab a scratch paper, and you can grab your whiteboard that you have, and we're gonna try a couple times together, okay? So we are gonna make pumpkins since we are in fall. And one of my favorite pumpkins aren't your typical orange pumpkins. They have a name, but I forget the name. I've always called them Cinderella Pumpkins, all right? And they look like this. So those are some pumpkins that we are going to be drawing today. Now, if you look really closely at the pumpkin, is it round? No, it's not. It doesn't really have a geometric shape. All right, so we are going to draw the pumpkin with form. To do that, we are going to go ahead and start with an oval, just like this. Let me zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see better on the whiteboard. All right, now that we've done this, we are gonna draw the slices of our pumpkin. All right, now, really quickly, the reason I love these pumpkins is because they're not perfectly round. They're not supposed to be perfect, so don't try, oh, it doesn't look good, it's not perfect, it's not supposed to be perfect. If you look closely at the pumpkin, one side's bigger than the other. Some of them have bumps on them, all right? Pumpkins come in all different shapes and sizes. That's why I love this project, because we're not aiming for perfection. We don't want perfection at all right? We don't want our pumpkins to be perfect. If your pumpkin is perfect, you actually got it wrong on this one, all right? We want our pumpkins to be a little lopsided, a little bigger on one side, a little smaller on the other, all right? We want that for our pumpkin, okay? Because that's what's gonna make our pumpkin very interesting. All right, so I have my oval. See, it's a perfect oval? No, it's kind of bigger on this side and thinner on this side, which is great. That's exactly what I want. All right, now we're gonna make a little slice, just like that. And we're gonna do the same to the other side, and we're gonna connect it to the bottom. All right, and we're gonna keep adding slices to the one before. So on this slice, I'm gonna go from the top right here, and I'm gonna add another slice. And I'm gonna go on the top of this one and add another slice like that. Now, am I reaching all the way to the bottom? No, I'm stopping on that same slice that I started on, okay? And that's my pumpkin right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make a little stem at the top. All right, if you wanna be extra fancy, you don't have to do this part. You can go ahead, I know some of you guys really like being extra, doing all the little details. You can go ahead and add a little slice right here to make it look like the pumpkin has shape all the way around. Okay, so this is one pumpkin. Now he's kind of large going out. Now we're gonna make a long pumpkin. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with a long oval. And actually a little bit longer. Like that. Make another slice right there. Slice on the other side as well. Make another slice long like that, as well as the other side. All right, and we're gonna keep doing this process over and over until we are happy with his shape. And here's your other pumpkin. Now this one's actually a lot bigger. It didn't come out very long like I thought it would be. You see, all pumpkins are gonna come out different, and that's what's so great about this project. I can't say enough. Okay, so now that you have a little bit of practice with your pumpkins, what we're gonna do is draw our pumpkins overlapping each other. And you'll see right now what I mean by that. All right, so now if you want to do this one with two different colors, I suggest you do, just so you don't get too confused. But I'm gonna start for my practice paper with a small pumpkin like this. All right, I got my little oval. Now what am I gonna do? I'm gonna add a slice to both sides, just like that. All right. And I'm gonna do it one more time here, one more time there, and I'm gonna add my little stem. Okay, now remember this is my practice one. And see, look how wide that bottom came out. It's completely cool. All right, now I'm gonna grab another color marker or crayon or whatever you're doing this on. All right, and next to it, I'm gonna, not right next to it, but maybe like a good 2 inches from it, I'm gonna draw another pumpkin. And it's gonna look like this, see? It's pretty close. So one of these pumpkins is gonna have to be behind the other. I'm gonna add another slice. And another slice just like that. Oops, I'm getting closer to this pumpkin. Let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go like that. And on this one, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stop there. And I'm gonna continue on to the bottom. See, so now this little pumpkin looks like he's in front of the what? The bigger pumpkin. Just like that, all right? And we're gonna wanna practice this because it's exactly what we're gonna be doing on our page. So let's do it one more time right here, all right? I have another pumpkin. Oh, but this one's even closer than this one was. Okay, I'm gonna do a slice. Oops, I'm gonna have to stop there. Continue right here. Do another slice. If I wanna leave them like that, I could. But I'm gonna add another slice here. And another one. Oh, I have to stop there. Add just a tiny little bit there. And there I have another pumpkin. So now this little pumpkin looks like what? He's in front of my other pumpkins, all right? And our pumpkins, are they just flat? No, we gave them shape by adding those slices, those little wedges. All right, so our pumpkins look like they have shape. All right, so this is exactly what we're gonna do on our project today. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, for this project, you should have a big white paper. You should have gotten a gray oil pastel, a brown oil pastel, and a light pink oil pastel. And then you should have gotten one of two colors, not both greens, but just one of these two colors you should have gotten in your Ziploc bag, all right? Because we're gonna use these today. Okay, now because we're focusing on shape, we're not at all gonna color our pumpkins, but we are going to draw them. Now we are working with what? Oil pastel, and what does oil pastel do? It smears very easily, so make sure your hand is off the page when you're working and not dragging it across, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, we are gonna make several different pumpkins of all different shapes, all right? And we're gonna have them overlapping each other, and we're just gonna make them in a line, okay? So the colors we can use for our pumpkin is the pink, the gray, and the green. The brown we're gonna go ahead and use for the stem of our pumpkin. So are we gonna do any pumpkins in brown? No. And are we gonna color in our pumpkin? No, because we don't have enough oil pastel for that, all right? But if we do end up coming back to school, we will definitely decorate them some more. But for now, we're just gonna draw them and give them shape, since that's what we're focusing on for today. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the light pink pastel, okay? And what we're gonna do is starting close enough to the bottom as possible, maybe like a little bit off the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and do what? Draw our oval, just like that. Now this pumpkin looks like he's gonna be kind of small. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a slice, and add another slice. And I'm not too worried how he's gonna look, because remember, this is a Cinderella pumpkin. They come in all different shapes and sizes, and they are not perfect, all right? We don't want a perfect pumpkin. But I do wanna make sure I am pushing down hard on my oil pastel. All right, and then one more slice on this side. Great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my stem. Now stems also come in all different shapes and sizes, so I made this one pretty large. All right, now I'm gonna grab another one of my colors. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my gray, and I want this pumpkin to be a little bit taller. Now this pumpkin is actually gonna come off the page, which is gonna give it my paper a very interesting look. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this one quite long, like that. And give him a slice there. And oop, I have to stop there. All right, and I'm gonna keep doing it to this side. And oh, I'm gonna stop at the pink, and I'm gonna continue at the bottom. I'm gonna what? Stop at the pink and continue on to the bottom. And I think that's all for this pumpkin. Now I'm gonna make him a stem as well, but it's kind of a big stem compared to my what? My skinny stem over here. All right, now I'm gonna move on with my green. And I'm gonna make this one a pretty large pumpkin as well, I think. No, actually, let's do a medium-sized pumpkin. All right, so I'm gonna make right here, my oval again. And we're just gonna continue this process where we give a slice to each side, make sure they both have an equal amount of slices, all right? And not too long, okay? And then I'm gonna stop there, and I'm gonna give this one a really cute top. I think I'm gonna make him a swirl top. So I'm gonna start right here, and I'm gonna swirl like this, and I'm gonna come back down like that. All right, see, there's different stems for all your little pumpkins. Okay, and now I'm gonna continue the process. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with a bigger pink pumpkin right here. And I even made this part of my trunk come off the page. All right, so that's all we're doing today, beginners. And what we're gonna do now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and go back, and I'm gonna make sure I push down really, really hard to make these pumpkins really, really pop. Also, side note, make sure not to drag your arm across the table. That's very important. Now that I'm done, one thing that we can color, because we probably have enough oil pastel for it, is we can go ahead and color in the tops of our pumpkin. All right, beginners, I hope you're happy with the way your pumpkins came out. Let's go ahead and refresh our minds. What is shape again? Shape is what gives form to things, just like you gave shape to your pumpkins today. All right, and I love the way they came out. I can't wait to see your guys' on Friday. And yeah, I can't wait to hang them up in the classroom. Great job.